everyone, what's up? Kat here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's pick a card reading is going to be how do your previous friends view you now, or how do your previous friends think about you now, feel about you now, whatever comes out, we will see. So we have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1 is this pufferfish and it has this pink bow. Pile number 2 are these 2 dolphins. So the number 2 or 222 might be significant for you guys. And pile number 3 we have the sea turtle. So go ahead and choose which sticker you guys feel the most drawn to, and I will see you guys in your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this pufferfish with the pink bow, we are going to get into how your previous friends view you now. Okay, so for some of you guys, you could be a Capricorn. How your previous friends view you now, they could feel as though you're someone who has a very strict or tight schedule, okay? So you could resonate with having earth placements. You're very goal-oriented and focused. That's how your previous friends view you now. Yeah, they see you as someone who has a very tight schedule that doesn't fit them into it, or that they don't fit into. Yeah, your previous friends feel like there's no room for them in your life anymore because you're really busy, okay? Your previous friends view you as someone who is very structured, okay? Very goal-oriented and going with the flow as well. Even though you're very structured, you leave room. I just heard you leave room for improvement. Okay, so you can be someone here, you're an overachiever. That's how your previous friends view you. But what I was getting before that was you leave room for having fun, right? Because then, you know, there's these spikes, right, on the pufferfish, and it's kind of like rigid, but then there's this pink bow. So to me, it's almost like even though you're very structured and you might have a strict schedule or routine, you still leave a little bit of room for fun, okay? Or I just heard picture perfect. A lot of your previous friends, they could view you as very photogenic, okay? So maybe there's been some changes to your physical appearance since you were last friends with these people or saw them, and they can see you online, and yeah, they think you're picture perfect. They think you're photogenic. Some of these previous friends, we'll get more into it with the tarot, with whatever friend comes through, or it could be multiple. They could be looking at old photos of you guys and reminiscing, okay? But there's some sort of noticeable change that your previous friends have noticed. Yeah, you can be someone here, you could follow like a strict like diet, or maybe you guys have like a bedtime routine, a morning routine. You're just a very structured person. That's how your previous friends view you, because I haven't even started shuffling yet. We have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. So some of you guys, you could be Aries. I also just heard you could be entrepreneurs, okay? But how your previous friends view you is that I just heard there's this one song where they're like, I'm on top of the world. Okay, so you could travel a lot. Even if you don't, maybe that's how your previous friends view you. They think that you are able to travel, okay? I'm picking up on the song Demons by Imagine Dragons, okay? So that could be significant to someone. Yeah, the Fool. The Fool and the Emperor. A lot of your previous friends view you as being able to make your own schedule. Even though your schedule is strict, your previous friends can view you as someone who's able to make their own schedule somehow, okay? Let's see. Let's get into it. For my people who chose pile number 1, how do their previous friends view them now? How do their previous friends view them now for my people who chose pile number 1 and the pufferfish? Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles as someone who's making money, okay? So, yeah, you could be very goal-oriented, and your previous friends could view you as someone who is focused on their career. The Magician. A lot of you guys, you could be entrepreneurs. With this Page of Pentacles and the Magician, your previous friends view you as someone who invests, okay? Even if you don't resonate with being an entrepreneur or owning your own business, maybe that's something you want to do and you're working towards, and that's how they view you. But in general, your previous friends view you as someone who invests in themselves. With the Lovers, you could be a Gemini, but you make the choice to put your best foot forward and go inwards though, and prioritize yourself. And that's how you're able to accomplish your goals, okay? Because you're very level-headed. I just heard you have a good head on your shoulders, okay? That's how your previous friends view you. The Eight of Cups. Well, you definitely said goodbye to these people, all right? Yeah, the Hanged Man. For some of you guys, your previous friends could view your connection as there not being any closure as to why things ended, why you walked away. Yeah, interesting. For some of you guys, you could have felt like that was your only option. With this Eight of Cups, you could have walked away to focus on yourself for a lot of you guys, and that's how your previous friends view you. But honestly, what I'm getting is these people can be kind of dim, and maybe they just don't, they don't really understand why. One, that you left and you're not friends anymore, or two, they don't understand why you invest in yourself, why you take care of yourself, why you go so hard, okay? So again, some of your previous friends, they could view you as someone who is like very strict, okay, with your everyday life, which there's nothing wrong with that, right? And some of you guys, you might have like earth placements here with the Page of Pentacles, and that's just what works for you. Everyone should just do what works for them. But what I'm getting with this Hangman energy is like your previous friends, they don't understand. I just heard your operation. Okay, so for some of you guys, maybe you could be doctors. Some of you guys could be studying medicine. Again, there's a lot of people who click on these videos, and there's a lot of different energies, so don't take it if it doesn't resonate. But I just saw 555. That number could be significant. But yeah, how your previous friends view you is they don't understand your strictness. They don't understand your routines. They don't understand how you operate. But with operations, that reminds me of like running a business. Okay, so some of you guys, you could run your own business here. Yeah, there's that one song, started from the bottom, now we're here. Okay, so that's how your previous friends could view you, from being this Page of Pentacles, maybe not starting with a lot, starting with nothing, but you planted that seed and you alchemized that shit with the Magician, okay? But the only reason why the seed or the seeds you planted grew was because you made the choice to keep watering it, right? You didn't just plant the seed and forget about it. You know, you kept nurturing it. So that could be a project, that could be yourself. Honestly, I feel like you guys are just very put together, pile number one. Even if you don't feel that way, that's how your previous friends view you. The Three of Wands, yeah, you are very action-oriented. You're not someone who's lazy. You're always doing something. You're always on the move. You could travel for work maybe. But your previous friends view you as someone who is never taking a break, okay? You're always doing something. You're always creating. Yeah, the King of Pentacles. For a lot of you guys, you make really good money. If you don't resonate with that, that's how your previous friends view you. Okay, with the Chariot and the King of Pentacles. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, these people, they could have a lot to say about it, because like I started to get choked up. So for some of you guys, these previous friends, they could miss you. But how they see you is that you have taken some sort of new opportunity in life with the King of Pentacles and the Chariot. You could have taken a chance on yourself. That's how your previous friends view you. There's a song called Spiderhead by Cage the Elephant. I'm not sure why that's coming to my mind right now, or if that has to do with anything that might be significant to just like one person who comes across this, because I was trying to say something else, but I couldn't keep talking until I let that out. But for a lot of you guys, you chose a different career path, okay? Maybe after a period of stagnancy with this Four of Swords, okay? And it suited you really well, whatever change you made in your life. The Nine of Wands, how your previous friends view you now is that, you know, you're guarded towards them. You don't want to share either what's going on in your life, or you don't want to share any success that comes from that. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. How your previous friends view you now is someone who is very divinely orchestrated and guided, okay? Even if these people don't understand that term, it's like they can understand the concept, okay? They feel like, for a lot of you guys, ooh, the Empress, yeah. Pile number one, you definitely are divine beings, okay? So if you've always felt that way, but maybe you felt kind of cocky or arrogant feeling that, don't, because you're literally showing up as the Empress here, okay? So you are that girl, you are that guy, whoever is watching, okay? Because I feel like maybe sometimes it's hard for you to give yourself credit, or maybe you think that you're going crazy. Sometimes you're like, wait, like, am I actually this like divine like being? I feel like you're someone who experiences a lot of synchronicities, and spirit will confirm things to you only in a way that you would understand, and you're like, am I crazy? No, you guys aren't crazy, because your life and the events that have unfolded have been very fated, okay? It's kind of like before you reincarnated, you had a bunch of cards dealt to you, like, okay, pile number one, this was already written for you. You are going to have the idea to plant this seed in this career, in this field, and you are going to create it. You are going to be highly successful with the Wheel of Fortune because it was fate. It was meant to happen for you, okay? So how your previous friends view you is that you're living in your true purpose, okay? You could be living out your destiny, what was always meant to happen for you, okay? Some of your previous friends can view you as highly favored, or if they don't know what that means, maybe they can view you as someone who is very lucky, but truly I feel like you guys are favored by the divine. As I say that, we have judgment and the Empress, okay? So you guys, you have a very important mission in this lifetime, and if you don't resonate with that, and if you feel like blocked off from that, and you don't exactly know like what your purpose is, there's something here that Spirit is calling you to do, okay? So I feel like this kind of turned into a message. If Spirit has been nudging you to maybe start something you've never done before, do it, okay? Because I feel like whatever idea you have, especially if you guys want to create something or become like this entrepreneur, and granted, some of you guys can already be that, but Spirit is saying whatever idea you have, if you keep nurturing it, Spirit is also going to come in and help propel that forward, okay? Because with the Magician, I feel like that's you guys, like in the physical and the spiritual, with all your 4 tools here, the cup, the pentacle, the sword, and the wand. You're working in the physical and the spiritual, but then you also have your spirit team or your ancestors, your guides, whatever you believe in, also helping you move the ball forward, okay? So I feel like it's a team effort here. Or another message could be how your previous friends view you now is that you have help from some sort of higher power, okay? 1111 as I say that. So you guys are divine beings, okay? Highly anointed individuals for sure, with Judgment and the Empress. So yeah, a lot of your friends or your previous friends view you as someone who is very favored, very lucky. It's almost like they're saying you hit the jackpot or you won the lottery, okay? So you guys can be very successful in your career or just successful in your life. Even if you don't resonate with that, I feel like that is destined for you to happen with this Wheel of Fortune card coming out, with reminding me of fate. But let's see here. I wanted to get some of these cards, but the last message I'll get from the tarot with the 2 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles and Justice. These previous friends could have done some pretty nasty things to you, okay? So they are definitely blocked from your blessings. That's the energy I'm getting with the 2 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles. You could be a Libra, or you could have a previous friend that could be a Libra. Yeah, so you could be an earth sign. I was getting Gemini. I just heard Aquarius. Definitely heavy earth energy, okay? But those could also be these previous friends or friend. But let's see here. What else for pile number 1? How do their previous friends view them now? It's almost like, not that they make fun of you for being so strict, but it's almost like they want what you have and what you've created for yourself, but they're not willing to put in the work in order to have that. So I was like, all right, guys. All right. Let's see here. How do pile number 1's previous friends view them now? How do pile number 1's previous friends view them now? They cannot copy your spirit. Yeah, you know why? Because you're the divine feminine. Okay, and if you're a masculine watching that, just flip that. But the Empress did come out. Well, you know what's interesting? When we started the reading, the Emperor was there. Okay, so I feel like both men and women are watching this pile. So you are the divine masculine, you are the divine feminine, and they cannot copy your spirit, okay? You could resonate with, when you were friends with these people, these were individuals who always copied you, okay? Because I feel like you guys, you were always the trendsetter, okay? And these were the people with group thinking mentality who were following the trends that you were setting, okay? It's almost like by the time these people got what you were on after copying you, you were already on to the next, okay? But these people, they can copy maybe other things in the physical, but they cannot copy your spirit, okay? They can imitate you, but they cannot replace you. Because look at that pressure, you come with the heat, because you are this divinely anointed being. Okay, yeah, this one still wanted to come out. Okay, so this is how your previous friends view you. Now, again, like with the Emperor is the King of Pentacles, the Magician, like, and again, with that song, starting from the bottom, we're here. I feel like you took this idea, or you planted some sort of seed, and it really took off for you guys. And if it hasn't yet, this is your sign that that is going to happen, okay? And that's why your previous friends view you as someone who is pressure, okay? Look at that, you guys. Your vision opens up visionaries. There's this random card just off to the side, and I'm like, what is that? But look at that. What was I saying? You guys have always been the trendsetters, okay? And your vision opens up visionaries. And for a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but maybe these friends, okay? So maybe you had a lot of friends, and you realized that they weren't true because they were constantly trying to copy you, because I feel like you guys have one-of-a-kind original ideas. And these people, instead of being inspired by that, they could have just taken the whole thing. I just heard plagiarize, okay? So some of you guys, you could have had these friends when you were in school, okay? But your vision opens up visionaries, okay? You inspire people to plant their own seeds here and nurture that with the Page of Pentacles and the Magician. You're a very inspiring individual, okay? That's how your previous friends view you now. Especially if you are someone who resonates with, like, getting yourself out of the mud, okay? For sure. Okay, karmic family. So a lot of you guys, this could be cousins, okay? I just heard extended family. Very interesting. So this reading was how do your previous friends view you now, but some of you guys can maybe resonate with even cutting family off, okay? Cutting some toxic family off. And those could be the energies here, okay? People who try to copy your spirit. You could have resonated maybe with growing up with your family and considering some of your family members, such as your cousins, to be your best friends, but then you realized that they weren't true friendships. What else? Coming up against you is a huge mistake. Okay, so for some of you guys, you could have had a karmic family or a karmic friend group who came up against you, okay? They could have bullied you, tried to trick you out of your spot in some sort of way, okay, by copying your spirit or taking your vision. But look at that, you guys. You're a superstar. Keep going. Yes, this is a message from spirit, because I know the pick a card reading was how do your previous friends view you now, but I was getting this halfway through the reading that spirit was trying to sneak in the message that, like, they are giving you some sort of divinely guided idea. Do you see how they are, like, speaking to this group of people down there? It's like you have a message to spread. Maybe you create some sort of art, or there's something you do with your career, or it has to do with your purpose in this lifetime. And spirit is really, like, trying to nudge you. Like, even through me, through this reading, I just felt like something on my back, like, pushing me forward, okay? You have some sort of idea, and spirit really wants you to go after that, okay? Because you are a superstar. Believe in yourself and keep going. Believe in yourself, because you have a whole big ass spirit team behind you who believes in you, okay? And whoever you are, I believe in you, okay? You got this. You absolutely got this. Look, this is you. You are the superstar. Keep going, okay? So maybe you resonate with your karmic family or these karmic friends not supporting you, okay? And maybe you felt like you had to do something alone for a really long time. But just know that, you know, I feel like God, the Most High Spirit, whatever you guys believe in, they will send in the right people to support your vision. Maybe an affirmation or a prayer you can say out loud. Even right now, you can say it after me or with me. You can say, God, spirit, ancestors, angels, whatever you believe in, please connect me with people that will help me move forward with my purpose, okay? Or something like that, all right? With whatever it is you are trying to do. For some of you guys, spirit could want you to connect with them more, okay? To pray to them. But okay, pile number one, I think we're gonna end that there. Yeah, that is what I have for you guys. I hope that resonated and you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you all in my next post. Hi, pile number two, welcome to your reading. If you chose the two dolphins, we are going to see how your previous friends view you now. So the number two could be significant to you guys. You could be a life path number two. You could be born on the 2nd of any month. You could be born in February. Could have some Aquariuses watching this, or your previous friend. You can resonate with one of them being an Aquarius. That was really significant to you. So for a lot of you guys, your previous friends, they could miss you. I just heard they miss you dearly. Your previous friends could feel as though you were two peas in a pod. You were one and the same. You were kindred souls, okay? So I feel like there's like one specific person coming through that could have been your very best friend, okay? But we'll see. Pile number one felt like multiple people. This kind of feels like a smaller group of people who are thinking about you, okay? I feel as though whoever this previous friend is, whenever someone brings up your name, I feel like they get sad, okay? This could be, you could be an air sign, and this previous friend who's thinking about you or whose energy is coming to this reading could be a water sign, or you guys can flip that. But yeah, with Temperance being in the reverse, there's this one song called Miserable at Best. It says, I can live without you, but without you, I'll be miserable at best. Okay, so you can resonate with maybe this previous friend was someone who's very codependent, or this could be a confirmation for some of you guys that you and this friend were very codependent on one each other for a period of time, and it was unhealthy with Temperance in reverse. But whoever this is, I feel like they're very emotional, maybe just not about you, but in general, okay? Yeah. I'm seeing people here like watching movies. You and this person could have watched a lot of movies together, okay? It's like whoever this was, you guys were inseparable and you did everything together, okay? So this is giving like best friend, okay? But something about your connection could have been unhealthy. It could have been codependent and unbalanced. But we'll see. We'll get into it. So for my people who chose pile number 2, definitely it could be a Cancer. But let's see here, Spirit. How do their previous friends view them? For a lot of you guys, this feels like one person, but we'll see what comes out. It could be a Cancer. Someone could have a Cancer moon. Let's see here. For pile number 1, how do their previous friends view them now? Something about Halloween is significant. Maybe you guys, for some of you guys, you could have known this person when you were younger and you would like dress up for Halloween, or even if you were older, maybe you still dressed up, and like something about fall is highly significant here as it pertains to this friend or these friends. Okay, let's see here. The Two of Swords. So much blue. Okay, yeah, this person, they're blue. They're sad. How your previous friends, what I'm getting is not so much how your previous friends view you now. I'm picking up on the sadness of the person you are no longer friends with. Okay, this person who is your previous friend. So, wow, I just realized too, you guys, we'll get into the Tower in a second, but we have 2 in the Dolphin. We have 2 right here. We have the Two of Swords coming out, and it's interesting because in the intro, I even had said that the number 2 could be significant to you guys, and I reiterated that when I first started this pile. Okay, so what I'm getting here, this could either be 2 friends, okay, or yeah, it could have been like a trio. And you know that saying, there's always a duo and a trio. Oh, interesting. So this could be a message that this previous friend who is missing you and who is sad, maybe they felt like left out in some sort of trio situation, okay? Or you could have felt that way, but you guys could have been involved in like a trio friendship, and this person could have felt shut out. You could have felt shut out. The third person could have felt shut out, okay? But that's not going to be for everyone. That could be a confirmation for someone out there though. How your previous friends view you now, yeah, you could have blocked this person, cut off communication, okay? So they're not really sure. I honestly, this person can have some baggage, okay, some shadow aspects of themselves that they haven't taken off the blindfold yet and decided to heal, right? So I'm kind of having a hard time picking up like how they view you. I'm more so picking up on like the shadow aspect of them and their unhealed wounds. But with the Tower here and the 5 of Wands, there was definitely some sort of fallout and not a lot of closure with the Moon card, okay? Yeah, how this person feels is that they miss you. And it's interesting how this is someone who has a lot of feelings, because the reading is how does your previous friends view you now? But truly, like, the only thing like I'm getting right now is that they're sad, they're blue, they miss you. There's this song I Miss You by Blink-182, okay? You guys, this could definitely be someone who has a water moon, or someone who is emotionally immature. They're blocked off from their emotions. I'm hearing there's so many songs. I'm getting Payphone by Maroon 5. Yeah, what is that thing? What do they say? If happy ever after did exist, I would still be holding you like this. All those fairy tales are full of shit. One more effing love song, I'll be sick. Okay, so this person, a lot of songs could remind them of you. But there was some sort of falling out here with the Tower and the 5 of Wands. But I feel like it happened for a reason. With the Hierophant and the High Priestess, yeah, there's something here where your intuition told you that you had to walk away from this individual. This could have been someone who is extremely codependent on you, this friend. And for some of you guys, because I'm kind of getting like a 6 of Cups energy, we'll see if it comes out. But it's almost like you could have been friends with this person since when you were younger, or maybe even when you were a child, okay, and you could have grown apart from this person. But yeah, maybe they just like never, like, because people get older, right? Like you age every year and you turn a year older, but it's almost like this person could have been like stunted, honestly, with this Two of Swords. And it's not funny. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I laughed. Don't know what that was about. It's not funny that they were emotionally stunted, but it's almost like, yeah, they could have aged a year older, but they mentally stayed at the same age, okay? And you could have matured here with this High Priestess and the Hierophant. It's almost like, let's say you get your license and you're 16 years old, and you and your friend are both 16 years old, and then let's say you are 25, you're 30, and your friend still hasn't got their license, right? It's something like that here, where or maybe you chose to further your education, or you chose to move, and this person chose to stay in the same spot with this Two of Swords. It's something like that here, okay? There was a falling out in your friendship, and it ended here with the Tower and the Five of Wands because of conflicting interest, okay? So that's why I feel like for a lot of you guys, this was some sort of childhood friend, and you were really close when maybe life was easy, when you didn't have to worry about adulting and things of that nature. But you grew apart because this person didn't want to keep progressing in their life, and I feel like you guys did, right? And your intuition was telling you, you know what? I have to keep moving forward. Okay, Spirit, so I understand the backstory of this person. For some reason that needed to come through, but this person still thinks a lot about you with the Two of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles, okay? This person misses you. They miss the connection that you had. I feel like you could have been extremely loyal to this person. This person was very loyal to you. It's not like they were a bad person. I feel like you guys were just going in different directions in your life. That's kind of what I'm getting with this Two of Swords too, okay? You took one path. It's like you went to the left and this person went to the right, okay? But, okay, I understand the backstory, but let's see here, Spirit. For the message, for the question of the reading, how does this person, because, guys, this is one person, okay? So if you don't resonate with that, go ahead and choose another pile, but this is definitely one person who I feel like you guys are really close to. But let's see here. Yeah, and you moved away from them with the Chariot. Let's see here, though. The question is, how does this person view you now? How does this person, this previous friend, view my pile number 2s now? The King of Cups. Ooh, a lot of you guys, this person could have got jealous that you got in a relationship. Some of you guys, you could have got a boyfriend. You could have got a girlfriend. Yeah, you could have got married, and this person, that could have triggered them, okay? Just because you developed a bond with someone else, that could have really affected this person. But how they view you now, look at that. Didn't I say something about the Six of Cups? How this previous friend views you now is that you have someone in your life, like, who took their place. Because there's this other song, I don't know what it's called, I have to link it down below, but it says, and I hope it makes you happy now, the flame that we had is burning out, or something like that, okay? So it's almost like this person is like, oh, well, like, I hope you're happy now. Like, you're not friends with me, but you have this, like, other partner, that is in your life now that you can go to, okay? So, this person could be kind of bitter, okay? But with the Six of Cups, it's very interesting. Very interesting. This is definitely like a childhood friend, or if you don't resonate with that, it could be a past life friend. But how this previous friend views you now with this King of Cups is that you have a lover, you have a protector, okay? Or if you don't resonate with that, with this King of Cups, whether you are masculine or feminine, how this previous friend views you now as someone who's very emotionally mature. And like, what was I saying? This person, this previous friend, they're emotionally stunted. I still feel like they are, okay? And you are highly emotionally intelligent and immature, okay? That's how your previous friend views you now. They could even recognize some of their issues, but they don't want to heal them. But they're like, oh yeah, I understand why pile number 2 is like not my friend anymore, because we're just not at the same like emotional maturity level. I saw the 10 of Cups and the 2 of Cups, okay? So how your previous friend views you now, even if you don't resonate with it, they think that you are in some sort of loving, committed relationship, and that's why you guys aren't friends anymore, okay? Interesting. Let's see. How else does this person view my pile number 2 now? The Hermit. So some of you guys could be a Virgo. This person could be a Virgo. I just heard, what is that? Vertigo, okay? So you could someone could have vertigo, which I believe is like motion sickness. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Something about an airplane here. Yeah, I feel like you guys, you don't live in the same place anymore, okay? It's something about that. But how your previous friend views you now is that you're really smart. You're very wise. You have great perspectives. You have a great outlook on life, okay? You keep to yourself, or you keep your emotions to yourself. I still feel like maybe you have love for this person, but it's like, you know, you cannot have this individual in your life with the High Priestess and the Hermit, okay? How your previous friend views you now is just like very blocked off from them. I was kind of hoping to get more of like, how does this previous friend or your previous friends like view you in general? But yeah, it's kind of like something here is tight. This person could have tried to have like a tight grip on you, and that could have like freaked you out maybe as you were like grew older, and that's why you ended up growing apart. But how your previous friend views you now is very like emotionally intelligent. You keep to yourself, okay? If you have a family, you're very private, okay? That's how this previous friend views you. The King of Swords, this previous friend views you as like not willing to have that line of communication open between you guys, okay? Strength. But for some of you guys, like what I'm getting to is it could have been really difficult for you to walk away from this person, walk away from this individual who felt like, you know, they were like your soulmate, they were your best friend, they were like your family, and you've known them for so long. Even if you haven't known them since a child, maybe you knew them in a past life, right? You have this great bond with the Hierophant here, but something happened where you had to be so emotionally intelligent and mature about the situation where you just had to cut them off, and you had to be quiet, right? And you couldn't really have a relationship with this person anymore. That's how they view you, as just someone who still has love for them, but for some reason it's like okay, how your previous friend, I'm getting it now, how your previous friend views you now, because of their emotional immaturity, because they're stunted emotionally, they know that's why you don't talk to them. They know that's why you cut them off. It's not because you think they're better than them. This person knows it's because they are unhealed, right? So there's some level of awareness from this individual, but it also is like still really like cloudy with the moon. But this person is like pretty sad, or they're like bummed. Even if this is someone from like 10, 15 years ago, they're still thinking about you, and it makes them sad. Or maybe you guys were friends with this person for 10 or 15 years. But let's see here. Can we get some messages for pile number 2 for how this previous friend views them now? How does this previous friend view them now? Okay, we have try to destiny swap and block your blessings. Yeah, definitely. Because the Two of Swords, what I'm getting in this specific energy, this person, since they were blocked like emotionally, and let's say like you were like, hey, like I really want to move, or I want to continue my education, they could have been like, no, I want you to stay here with me. Again, this very codependent energy with that Temperance being in the reverse when we first started the reading. It's like this person, I definitely feel that they tried to you know, block what you had going on for yourself, what you wanted to create for yourself, how you wanted to keep continuing to grow. This person wasn't fond of that, because this person didn't want to grow. So of course they're going to try to like confuse you here, absolutely, with the moon, and try to block your blessings, okay? They don't like that you can call out the BS, okay? So you could have had conversations with this individual, like, hey, I don't really know if it's my place, but like you're my really good friend, so I want to tell you, I just think that, you know, maybe you're being stagnant in some sort of area of your life, and I would like you to, you know, keep progressing forward. And what I'm getting to, maybe you would call this person out for like bad behavior because you cared about them, not because you were trying to scold them, just because intuitively like you felt that there was something like up with this person. And with you being this wise individual here, I feel like you were able to recognize patterns and call people out on their shit, okay? So how this previous friend views you now is someone who sees all, okay? So again, someone who is like very highly intelligent with this King of Swords, definitely with, they don't like that you can call out the BS with the King of Swords. That's crazy. So a lot of you guys, you can resonate with maybe being, like more masculine, or some of you guys can be more masculine, okay? But I just heard like, even though you were friends, like you wore the pants in the relationship, okay? Yeah, maybe you felt like you had to like kind of parent this person, or like tell them something that seems like it would be common logical sense, right? But again, this person, they feel like not as emotionally like intelligent as you, okay? And that's not to knock them, because they can even recognize that. But yeah, you're an inspiration to many, okay? So I feel like this is someone who maybe couldn't like speak up for themselves, okay? Maybe you felt like you constantly had to like speak up for this person or speak for them, and you were just not having it anymore, okay? Because I feel like you're a very strong-willed individual. That's how this previous friend views you now. Okay, this could be a Leo, or you guys could be a Leo. That could be a confirmation. Okay, so we have, look at that, you guys. Cannot take accountability. Absolutely. I feel like this was someone who could not take accountability for their bad behavior and their mistakes, the ones that you tried to call them out for. They literally could not take accountability for that. And look, they're triggered by the truth, the blame game, okay? Definitely. Oh my god, so we have destiny swappers coming out twice, okay? So try to destiny swap and block your blessings. And destiny swappers, yeah, this is someone who tried to hold you back in your life. Again, I feel as though the reason why the friendship ended, even spirit could have had a hand in this, honestly. If you didn't cut this person off yourself, spirit damn sure did for you guys, right? With this Hierophant and the Five of Wands, because this person was holding you back from all of the places and the things that you were, all the places you were supposed to go in your life and all the things you were supposed to do, okay? I feel like you always had really big dreams and goals, and you could have talked to this person about that, and they could have like acted like they supported you, but truly they wanted you to stay on their level forever, okay? Yeah, look at that. Listen to your heart and follow your dreams. I feel like that's absolutely what you did here, okay? Let's say you were like friends with this person when you were younger and you were at this crossroads in your life, or maybe for some of you guys, maybe you stopped being friends with this person when you became an adult, okay? Because maybe you wanted to involve yourself in the real world and start going after your dreams and following your heart, but this person didn't. This person wanted to stay stuck here with that Two of Swords, but you made the choice to move. I definitely got that with the Chariot. You guys could have even moved physically from this person, okay? But this previous friend views you as someone that was not able to be stopped by them, okay? And this previous friend views you as someone who listens to their heart, someone who's very intuitive here with this High Priestess, okay? And this previous friend views you as someone who follows their dreams, okay? Isolation has prepared you for greatness, okay? So yeah, a lot of you guys, you isolated yourself from this person, but it was for your benefit, okay? And that's how this previous friend views you now. Even though it makes them sad, this person knows that you are better off without them, right? Yeah, but look at that. This person, I feel like there's no bad blood. Like this person, I feel like the reason why maybe they try to like block your blessings with like the destiny swappers, it doesn't feel inherently negative or like in the shadow aspect. It kind of just feels like this person like loved you so much because you had this beautiful pure soul and heart, and they always wanted you around for like selfish purposes. So when you mentioned like moving to like follow your dreams or like take another path, it's like this person could have tried to plant little seeds in your mind, like little manipulation here and there to try to like hold you back, almost with the Strength card. Yeah, it's like this person wanted to hold you back from moving forward and transforming with this Death card. And for a lot of you guys, I feel like you had a lot of love for this person, and maybe you even still do. We have the Queen of Cups, beautiful pure soul and heart, but with this Nine of Wands, it's like you had to withhold your love and affection from this person and keep moving forward with your life with this Six of Wands, okay? No matter how much it hurt. And look at that, this person's still stuck. Yeah, with the Queen of Pentacles and the Hangman, this is someone who maybe they have a hard time making money. They have a hard time achieving goals or like starting projects. Like they just hit a bunch of dead ends. Okay, this could be someone who's kind of promiscuous with the Queen of Wands, whether they're a man or a female, okay? Yeah, for some of you guys, these people can maybe do something strange for a little change, but hell, who am I to judge? Who are we to judge, right? Only God can judge us, or whatever you believe in. But yeah, you definitely call judgment on this person. And beautiful pure soul and heart, this person still perceives you as someone who has that, but they just know that you can't give that to them anymore, okay? It's interesting because they have like a little bit of understanding as to why, but they're not willing to change for themselves, right? But okay, pile number 2. That is what I have for you guys. I hope that resonated. As soon as I said that, it was 2-2. Some of you guys could be 22 years old, or you could have met this person at 22, stopped being friends with them at 22. But anyways, enough with the messages. That is what I have for you guys. Again, I hope that resonated and you enjoyed that, and I will see you all in my next post. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the turtle, the sea turtle, we are going to get into how your previous friends view you now. Okay, so your previous friends could view you as someone who's a very free spirit, okay? They could view you as someone who goes wherever the tide takes you, okay? But let's see here. The people who chose pile number 3, it's always when I do the third pile, the candle starts to go out. I'll go ahead and light another one when that flame goes out, okay? For some of you guys, you could have previous friends here who could have been romantically interested in you, okay? there could have maybe been an initial spark, yeah, with this Eight of Wands and this Two of Pentacles, but maybe you guys never saw it through. Okay, so these could be previous, like, friends who had crushes on you coming through in this reading. Maybe you were just kind of unsure about them. You're like, oh, I don't know, though. Yeah, the Queen of Swords. Some of you guys, you could be air signs, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But let's see here. For pile number 3, the people who chose this pile and the sea turtle, how do their previous friends view them now? Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords coming out with the Page of Swords. Honestly, I'm not really liking the lighting for this. 1 second. I am going to blow out the candle and let's put another one in there. Let's go ahead and do the blue one. We'll stay on theme. Sorry about that. You can skip through this part. Let's just go ahead and get this candle lit real quick. Okay. All right, we're back. So the Eight of Swords and the Page of Swords, how your previous friends view you now. They definitely view you as someone who doesn't want to talk. Okay, because with the other piles, I was channeling so much off of their stickers. And when I got to this sticker, I'm just like, nope. I was like, Spirit, we're just going to set this down and we're not going to talk about it, okay? There's this one song I recently just heard. I believe her name is Jessie Murph or Jess Murph. So the name Jessie or Jess could be significant. But she says, I don't want to talk about it. I would rather write my way around it because I don't want to talk about it. Okay, so there's something about that here. How your previous friends view you now is that you're not open to communication for sure with this Eight of Swords and this Page of Swords. Because if the Page of Swords just came out by itself, it'd be like, oh, well, your previous friends view you as maybe someone who wants to rekindle, or maybe you send each other texts like every holiday or something like that. No, like this is the type of person, or these previous friends view you as the type of person who like is not wishing them happy birthday, not texting them on holidays. Okay, so there's like absolutely zero communication. So how your previous friends view you is that you have taken your love away from them with this Queen of Cups. Okay, I feel like you could have been a very like outgoing, expressive individual to these previous friends with this Ace of Wands. Yeah, very loving, very giving. Maybe you were always the one to reach out, or maybe you were someone who was always doing nice gestures for these friends, right? Yeah, it's almost like you could have kept a list in your mind of what your certain friends liked. Oh, I know my friend really likes this specific smell. I'm going to buy them this perfume for Christmas. Like very, I don't know, I just heard calculated. We'll get back into that because I don't feel like you guys are calculated. What is it? You guys are very, what is it, Spirit? Very, I want to say like invested or interested, intrigued with what your friends liked. You're the type of person your friends said they like something once and for their birthday, or even if it wasn't for a holiday, you would like gift them with that. Okay, so I guess what I was trying to get before like I went blank was like very intuitive. I don't know why in this reading like I'm going blank. Okay, to me that's giving that there's just been such a lack of connection and communication. How your previous friends view you now is someone who stripped their love away from them with this Eight of Cups. From going to the Seven of Cups, being very in tune with these friends, right? With the Queen of Cups, being very inviting and warm. I'm getting with this Eight of Cups, sorry. Ace of Wands. To the Eight of Cups, they're like, whoa, how your previous friends view you now is that like you took away your love. Okay, you snatched that away. Ten of Swords, it's like a dead end situation here. I feel like these are people, your previous friends are people who like took advantage of your kindness and your lovingness and your sweetness and everything you had to offer, right? Yeah, it's almost like I'm kind of getting this energy of someone who's like a people pleaser. Okay, that's how your previous friends could have viewed you back then, and they could have taken advantage of that. But as soon as you guys realized that that's what they were doing, you were like, oh, hell no, right? And you took your love away so fast. Okay, you snatched that right up from them. And you could have started pouring into yourself instead. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. How your previous friends view you now is that once you realize that your relationship was not reciprocated, you immediately like took all of your energy back and started pouring into yourself. Or maybe you started giving to people and pouring into people who you felt reciprocated your same energy, okay? But how your previous friends view you now is that it's crazy because they could view you as someone who like switched up on them, but I feel like these people like were never true friends to you in the first place, right? Because these people now could be like, oh, pal number 3, they switched up on me. Like they used to be all over me with this Ace of Cups. They used to constantly be involved in my life. Like they knew what was going on. They were really connected. They were really attached to me. They were very hopeful and dreamy, like about our future and future plans, okay? But then they just left. They just left my life with this 8 of Cups and the 6 of Swords, and they just started to give to themselves. Yeah, with this Queen of Pentacles here, I feel like you were someone who's very generous. That's how your previous friends viewed you then, but that's how they view you now. But the difference is, back then, these friends viewed you as someone who's generous to them, but now they view you as someone who is just generous to themselves or generous to the people who are also that way towards them, okay? So wow, it kind of makes me sad because I feel like you guys were truly like giving to these people like out of the kindness like of your heart, but it put you in this place. Again, I was getting like kind of like doormat energy. I was gonna say doormat before I said people pleaser, but then I just didn't. Okay, so maybe that's something you could have had a hard time recognizing, that or for some of you guys, people your previous friends were users, okay? These were people who could have used you for your funds. Like, again, I'm getting that you guys could have been very generous with these people, giving them gifts, okay? But these were the type of person that, or type of people who never returned the favor. And 7-11, as I said that. So that could be significant. Maybe even something like at the gas station, you're like, oh, don't worry, I got it. That could have happened so many times. You could have said, don't worry, I got it, until your pockets were literally like flat, right? Something like that, where you could have realized that these people were not just draining you financially, they could have also been draining you emotionally, with this 8 of Swords and this Page of Cups, okay? But how your previous friends view you now is that you're gone, right? Gone with the Wind. I'm picking up on that song by Kansas, Dust in the Wind. Kansas could be significant. Some of you guys could be from there. But with the Queen of Cups and the 10 of Swords, how your previous friends view you now is that you have no love for them. I'm picking up on that song by, is it by Drake? Something about fake love. They've been showing fake love straight up to my face. Yeah, these people could have been fake to you the whole entire friendship. And bless your guys' heart. Like, because I feel like you did not realize that until shit really like hit the fan here. Oh, for some of you guys, you could have realized that these people were like using you and like abusing you and all of that when you came into connection with someone who was like really loyal, okay? How your previous friends view you now is that you're done with them, for one. For two, you're not open to rekindling a relationship. I just heard you guys aren't interested in rebuilding a bond that you didn't break, okay? That's how your previous friends view you now. Someone who is still loving and generous and kind, but just not to them. You've taken your love away from this person or these people. Yeah, with the sea turtle, like wherever the tide takes you, you're like, I hope not near these people, right? Or that's how they could feel. Yeah, how your previous friends view you now. For a lot of you guys, some of these previous friends or this friend could want to apologize with this Page of Cups, right? This could be someone who finally wants to like extend like an apology or like a gift or an olive branch I just heard, but I feel like you're like, nah, like I'm good, right? Yeah, for sure. How your previous friends view you now, they feel like you would shut them down. If they reach out to you, if they try to make amends, they feel like you would not be open to it at all with this 8 of Swords, which could be extremely valid. And depending on the situation that you were in with this person or what these people did to you, what they put you through. How your previous friends view you is still someone who's like very creative, very passionate, very detail oriented, especially when it comes to the people in your life that you love. You don't skimp out on details, or it's something like you could have fed these people, okay? It's like you could have given these people extra portions. You could have gave these people a shoulder to cry on. You could have gave these people your couch to sleep on, something like that, okay? But they never returned the favor. And as soon as you realized that would never happen, you were gone. These are people too who caused a lot of conflict and chaos in your life. Some of these people, they could have even disrupted your relationship with a romantic partner or your family, okay? Or you could have treated these people as family, but again, it wasn't reciprocated. Yeah, 5 of Cups, 7 of Swords, 4 of Cups. Absolutely, it was not reciprocated. The love and the friendship that you provided to these people was true. It was true and it was unconditional. And the love that these people provided you with was conditional and fake. It was manipulative and deceptive. And as soon as you realize that, you're like, oh yeah, no, we're done. And I don't have any interest in reconnecting, right? These people could have really dimmed your light. They could have dimmed the spark that you naturally had with this Ace of Wands. And that could have been purposeful because these people, they could have been jealous of something in your life. But let's see here. Let's move on to this deck. Let's see here, Spirit. What else for my pile number 3s? How do their previous friends view them now? How do pile number 3's previous friends view them now? Okay. We have moon magic. Okay, so jealous of your spiritual gifts. Okay, so at first I was going to say these people could be practicing magic, but honestly I'm not feeling that as much as maybe these people know that you're someone who practices magic or divination, and they could be jealous of what you can do in the spiritual realm. Definitely with this Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, maybe you're really successful when it comes to I don't know, spell work, not plural. But yeah, you could do something here in the spiritual realm, or you could just be naturally intuitive and gifted. That's what I'm getting, actually, with the Seven of Cups. Like, when I was getting that you guys don't, like, skip out on details, it's like you're so intuitive, like, you're so connected to your friend that, like, intuitively, you know, like, oh, I know they would love this gift. They could be jealous of that. Oh, okay, so we have these people here that could be mentally unstable, or for some of you guys, your previous friends could view you as someone who's mentally unstable, but again, that could just be a projection because these people are jealous of your spiritual gifts. Yeah, look at that black sheep. You were very different. If you were in a friend group, you stuck out like a sore thumb, okay? And not in a bad way. It could maybe even be like your physical like appearance, like something about you was drastically different from these people. Okay, so maybe these people were like all the same and there was something about you that was very different, okay? But you even stuck out as a sore thumb because of your spirituality and your spiritual gifts, okay? But these people could have painted you out to be mentally unstable because you were the black sheep. You're this independent thinker. You don't involve yourself in group mentality. You think for yourself, okay? So that's why these people could have tried to defame your character and paint you out to be someone who's mentally unstable for having your own ideas and your own opinions, which is crazy. It's such neurotypical behavior. My goodness. But let's see here. These people would not survive a day in your shoes, okay? So that's how your previous friends could view you now, okay? They can say whatever they want about you. They could be jealous of all of your gifts, but they know deep down they would not be able to do what you do in the way that you do it, okay? So this could be a Libra, or you could be a Libra. Did I say that right? When I get to the third pile, I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. But these previous friends could be Libra, or you could be, we have nothing real can be threatened. Yeah, you guys are the real deal, okay? So that's how your previous friends view you now. They view you as someone, no matter what they do, no matter how jealous they are, that will never shake the stable foundation that you have created for yourself. Or I feel like you guys have a really strong sense of self, and these previous friends know that nothing they do or say to you will threaten that, right? Okay, we also have spiritual attacks. So much about spirituality in this pile with moon magic, spiritual attacks, jealous of your spiritual gifts. Okay, so for some of you guys, in the beginning when moon magic came out, I wasn't exactly feeling that these people were doing moon magic, but honestly, you could be someone who's like very spiritual and like into like doing that type of stuff, and you could have got these people like into it, or like it intrigued them after they saw you doing it first. So it's like these people are so jealous of your spiritual gifts, they are trying to practice magic to take it away. But again, with nothing real can be threatened, no low vibrational magic they do against you guys, pile number 3, is going to mess up your world or your life in any way, okay? Ooh, look at that. You spooked or scared them. With what I just said, they could have got a confirmation that no matter what they do, no matter how many times they work with the moon or the moon cycles to do magic, it's not going to work. They could have got a confirmation recently that scared them that nothing real can be threatened, which is you, right? Let's see. Yeah, these people definitely could have got a confirmation that they can't mess with you like that in the spiritual realm. This is a lot. Okay, we'll just take them. Okay, so we have Leo. So you could be a Leo, or this person could be. We have Destiny Swappers that came out in pile number 2. So if you felt drawn to that pile, go ahead and watch it. We also have, they're trying to distract you. Stay focused. Okay, so this is a sign from spirit that you could be getting spiritually attacked right now, but they're doing this purposely, okay, because they're destiny swappers. They want your spot. They want your gifts. Definitely, you're highly gifted here with this Ace of Wands. And I feel like you're not just gifted in one area. You're multifaceted, and you have multiple talents with this Seven of Cups, okay? So, yeah, spirit, this is them reminding you to stay focused right now. And I use my middle finger to do that, okay? So, it's like spirit giving a big F you to these people, or these people are giving a big F you to you. Okay, so we have crashed out. Okay, yeah, definitely. These people crashed out by doing some sort of moon magic on you, because they got some sort of confirmation that really scared or spooked them, okay? And this really could have, like, sent them down a spiral. It's interesting because we did have mentally unstable, so your previous friends could definitely be mentally unstable. All right, and we have you're blowing their minds. Yeah, I feel like you guys didn't even have to lift a finger. And that's how your previous friends view you now. Someone with this Ace of Wands and the Seven of Cups. You're a mind blower, okay? Or you're like a magical manifester. You're a very interesting, creative, dynamic individual, and it's shocking to them, okay? Look at that, though. They're all turning on each other. Look at these fools. Okay, so I feel like you guys really got the last laugh when it came to this, right? Because, again, I was getting this energy that these people, they were very manipulative. They were using you. They thought that they were getting one over on you. But now this whole entire group of... Oh, hello? This whole entire group of people, see, they're losing their minds. That's why I feel this way in this pile, okay? Because pile number 1 and pile number 2 felt clear. But these people... What was I going to say? I don't even know. These people have just lost their minds and they're turning on each other, right? This could have been a group effort to come up against you, but because I just heard teamwork makes the dream work. Not this dream, babe. I don't know what happened. This dream totally fell apart. Yeah, because they cannot copy your spirit. That also came out in pile number 2. What did I say? Oh, sometimes I scare myself. Using moon cycles to try and attack you fails each time. You know what? I think I'm going to end this message here. All you need to know is how your previous friends view you now is still as someone who was, like, awesome, very intuitive. Some of you guys... you could be like psychic, very spiritually tapped in. You could do spiritual work. You're very creative, though. You're very powerful. Yeah, and I just heard that these people are monsters. So I don't know what happened, but you got away from them. You're not friends with them. That's all that matters. Pile number 3. I'm going to end this reading here because I'm feeling all mumbo jumbo and over the place. So I'm going to go ahead and tap out of this energy. But I hope you guys enjoyed that and it resonated. And I'll see you guys in my next post.